In Animal Jam, of course, many new things come to the game, but with that, many things will also leave. This could be stuff from over time that the players have gotten used to, or perhaps really loved. For myself, I can definitely relate to missing certain old things that have left the game Animal Jam, and sometimes these things can make the whole experience of the game completely different, as many people have told me before. And in this video you're watching right now, I'm going to explain them all to you. The best features from Animal Jam that got removed. This is in no way anything against the new things that came to replace the old things with. I'm just listing my favorite old features from the game. This is the mobile version of Animal Jam, not Animal Jam Classic. Just a heads up for everyone before getting into the list. I'm Leamonpuppy, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into the video. Wallpaper being in Jam Mart furniture. Alright, so for me this one is just an inconvenience. In my den, sometimes I would get the full item storage, so I would typically recycle my green screen wallpapers in hopes to clear some space. I had all sorts of colors since it was just dependent on what animal looks and colors I had when I was using them. So whenever I need them again, I quickly go to my local Jam Mart furniture to just buy them easily again. You know how you can buy it from your den. But now, if you didn't already know, they made a whole separate store for just the wallpapers. In all honesty, I don't really understand why, but I really like the music in the new store. I also think the Animal Jam made a really cool store design. It's just a bit annoying when I have to buy green screens now. I have to leave the whole den in order to, which I never had to before. This one is the first on the list due to how it's not really the worst thing ever, and the fact that I do like the new shop and its music. Club Geos. This was a place that you could go to that was located in Jamal Township. It was unfortunately slowly getting dead with little to no players by the days, and then Animal Jam eventually removed it completely. It was Halloween of October, and they used the Phantoms as an act to destroy it so they can make an Elfris headquarters in its place. I'm not exactly sure on how this makes me feel, if I'm being honest. I really liked Club Geos, but I never really went into it all that much, and other people didn't either. It's a shame that it's gone now, but maybe it was for the best. At least we have a party that is practically the same in its design and prospect, and the new Alpha headquarters in its place is a totally new place with lots to explore. Treasure hunts. So most of you would probably remember what treasure hunts were, but if you don't, then I'll give a quick explanation for you. The treasure hunts were the daily hunts for gems, items, or sapphires that you could do. The more animals you had, the more treasure hunts you could do. Each day there'd be a different item for each animal, such as the ram horns for the sheep. For me, it started out just fine, you know, I'd log on, do my roughly 8 to 14 treasure hunts, easy stuff, right? Well, as new animals came out every month, I always wanted to buy them, and the more treasure hunts I'd get. I'm not gonna lie, it was hard for me to do treasure hunts at a certain point. If I even did them at all, I only did the ones with the best items in them, so this is likely why Animal Jam removed treasure hunts completely from the game. They felt more like a task than a reward. But even with all that, I still do miss treasure hunts, and it's sad that we will probably never get to do them again. I wish that maybe, like every Friday, perhaps, you could get to do a treasure hunt like before. It wouldn't be so overplayed, and honestly, it'd be fun to do them again. The old art loading screen. Some of you probably can remember the old loading screens Animal Jam had, and some of you are also wondering why this is above treasure hunts on the list. It's because of nostalgia, okay? Each time it was a different season or holiday, perhaps even a new month's animal release, they would use a different screen for when you were loading into the game. I just remember it was so wonderful getting to look at them as you're coming onto the game to play. It's such a small feature, yet I feel as if it impacted many people's experiences on the game. The Halloween screen would make you really pumped to get on, play Super Sweets, or wear something spooky, while a new animal release would make you want to buy that new animal, hands down. I remember they had a seal screen, and it was like a summertime in spring concept, and I loved it. Of course, I just had to buy the seal after that. I'm not sure why they switched it to just an orange screen with nothingness. If it was too hard to make them every month, I honestly wouldn't care if they just kept reusing old screens from the years before. But at least we have the old nostalgic memories deep within. Or I do, at least. Rarity system being normal. Alright, so when I asked my local group chat for help, this is what they told me. Honestly, I didn't really consider this as a feature, but might as well have it on the list as it is something we used to have in Animal Jam. only to just go away with time. The rarity system is constantly changing left and right because of items coming back to stores, being given out as prizes from Animal Jam, being hacked into the game, people starting random rumors, and people's opinions changing. All of these things I just said are major reasons why the Wharf and Rarity system are drastically changing. I look back at around 2018 when DJ headsets were super rare and worth a ton, and Royal tiaras couldn't even compare to them in their worth. You were lucky to even get a DJ with a Royal and high ads, but now it's like DJ and Royal have totally swapped roles, and that's because worth has changed for the both of them, and I do miss things like this a lot. Having DJ be the greatest item in the game was super fun. It wasn't actually the best item in the game, but it felt like it at the time, okay? So regardless if this counts as a feature, I do miss it. New parties for new animals. Now this is a legit feature. So for those of you who don't know, Animal Jam used to pump out new parties for the new animals that would come to the game each month. This is incredible that they managed to do this for so long. Creating a whole party for a specialized animal isn't an easy task whatsoever. It was always super exciting going onto the game, getting the new animal, and then heading to the new party they made for that animal that you just bought. But I assume it's really hard to keep making parties like every month, so I understand why they stopped. I started playing the game during the last party they made, which was for sheep, as some of you might already know. And as I remember, it was really exciting for me. And the last best feature that they took away is the immense lagging. I honestly can't live without the lagging on the game. I just loved it when I was making a trade with someone or sending a message out loud and boom, sudden lag out of nowhere. It was the best experience I ever had. Okay guys, I'm kidding, this is a joke and this is not the best old feature that left. Okay, on to the real best feature that left. The old trading system. Alright, this is more like it. So most of you know, around last year at this time, it was January 2020, they changed the old trading system to a different one. This different one allowed to talk to the chat with the person you were trading with. At first, it was very strange, but soon everyone grasped the concept and got used to it. The old system was pretty simple. As you do an offer for your items, which the max limit was for one of their items they had on their list. And if the person liked it, then they just accept your offer and you've officially traded. No talking was involved back then. Easy. Also, let me just say, I do not hate the new trading system format. It had some perks that I actually do enjoy more than the old trading system had. Like being able to trade more items at once is absolutely wonderful. It means less scams and it's easier to trade all around. That is good stuff. Of course, the chatting aspect is where the newer trade system isn't the greatest. I have wanted to trade so many times only to be bombarded by fans who want to talk with me. Guys, I love chatting with you. It makes me so happy when someone types out, "Leeman, you're the best," or "Leeman, I love your art. It hits the waterworks and the feels." Don't get me wrong, but I also love trading as well, so you can see why it's sort of hard for me now. When they suddenly changed the trade system, it made me really sad with all sorts of emotions. All of a sudden, I realized I would never get to experience trading the same way as before. I knew that it was highly unlikely they would change it back, and I wish I could tell you that I actually grew into love the trading system as much as the other one. That would be awesome, and it'd show that with time, you can change. But it's been a year, and I still don't like it as much. I don't trade as much anymore as I used to, and that's proof that I just never liked the new system. Again, there's good perks with the new system, but the talking aspect on the trade, it just makes it so annoying for me. It's a real deal breaker. Anyways, that was the whole list of the best removed features from Animal Jam Mobile. I had fun creating this list as I really do miss these things here. I always think back to the old days when I would use or see these features normally, and I had no idea that one day they would just go away or stop. It's a little sad in that light. But hey, some new features were added in the recent years that are pretty cool. Anyways, let me know down below if I missed any big things that were removed, or if you wanted to say something about what I had said. Thank you all for watching. It's been Leamonpuppy. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you all next time.